In today's Fusion 9 tutorial, we are going to be cloning ourselves. Or technically my sister. Let's get to work. This video is sponsored by Motion Array. If you aren't familiar with Motion Array, they are all about empowering you, the video creator, with templates, footage, tutorials, plugins, audio, and so much more. In fact, they have tons of free Premiere Pro, After Effects, and even DaVinci Resolve templates just waiting for you to download. I put a link in the description below, so make sure to hop on over to Motion Array and grab some free stuff. What's going on, boys and girls? My name is Veikko and welcome to a brand new, exciting, phenomenal Creators Fusion 9 tutorial. This is the episode number 8 in the series. If you haven't checked the series out, definitely click on the links in the description or in the cards. We are learning Fusion 9 together, and today is no exception. Today we're gonna do something really simple, so this tutorial won't be too long. So today we're gonna be cloning ourselves. We're actually, in this footage, I will be using my sister as an actor. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump inside Fusion 9 to see what we're going to be doing. Alright, so inside this composition we have my sister in a really simple composition where we have cloned her in 3 different places. So we're going to be covering how to do this, and then let's be talking about how you can make this more advanced if you want to, and also if you want a really more advanced tutorial on this, for example, how they are interacting, maybe moving objects to each other to make them more advanced. Definitely like this video and suggest it in the comments and over Twitter using the hashtag PCVFX. You know the drill. As usual, I have taken the liberty to create a new composition. I will call this Human Cloning Tutorial, and it's time to drop in some footage. So I will just copy paste from my previous example a clean plate, which is basically just a framing or a clip where there's nothing in it, there's no actor, we just have a clean plate with the lighting and the atmosphere. And this is very important to have the clean plate as the first node, because this is going to be our background node. And in Fusion 9, the background node, or the frame or the clip which is in the background, is deciding the background, but also the size and resolution for your entire composition. So that's why we're gonna have the clean plate as the base background, and then apply things on top of it. Alright, so here is the clean plate, and remember, when you're shooting this, in all conditions, in your different clips with your different actors in different places, make sure they're not overlapping each other, and the lighting is always constant. So you always have the same atmosphere, so when we're playing with the bezier masks, they will not differentiate from each other. It will just look seamless. Alright, so we have our clean plate. Let's go ahead and drop in some footage. First, let's go ahead and create a new merge node to merge these together. And then let's go ahead and find, let's work with the iPad shot here. So this is just my little sister playing on an iPad or listening to some music over there. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on the foreground for this merge. Let's hit on number 2. We can see the lighting does change a bit, but this is the darker part, so we can use the soft edge in the Bezier mask to comply for that. Let's go ahead and select the iPad. Let's click on this Bezier mask tool, and then let's go ahead and draw. Let's control scroll wheel to zoom in, zoom out just a bit, and let's just draw a really simple Bezier mask around our subject, or where she was. And then we can adjust it here so it matches. Okay, the composition and the lighting is a little bit different, because this is where I screwed up, because one of my video lights, the battery was dying, so in the background we have less light, but it doesn't matter. We just soft edge these and have a big enough radius for the feathering so they blend in nicely. Alright, so once we have this, now we can play this back, and we can see that, yeah, we are having our first element inside our composition. Awesome, we can have the merge also on the first viewer. Let's go ahead and create a new merge node here and take in our next element. Let's combine these input to output, and then let's go to our file management and take the book one. So this is where my little sister is reading a book. So real simply what we do, let's go ahead and put that to the foreground like this. Let's have the merge node on the second viewer, so now we can just see this because this is not masked yet. Now let's go ahead and in the same way, let's go ahead and click the Bezier tool or spline bezier editor, and then let's go ahead and create a mask around where she is sitting. And when we click this apply, boom, she will just apply here. Let's go ahead and do some soft edging. Let's go to the first B-spline and just drop the soft edge just a touch because her foot is a little bit off. Okay, now that's better. Like this. Let's say play and let's see what it looks like. All right, so we have one and we have two actors doing, or the same actor doing the two different things. And if I want to time this clip differently, we can jump into the timeline and have the book one. We'll just scroll this through time so we can see her turning the page somewhere in the beginning. Now let's go back to the beginning. We can see we have the first one dance to the music and we have retimed our second actor. So this is how easy it is to manipulate the timing when you're doing this bezier mask and things. It's not too complicated, it's really easy. Okay, let's do our last one. Let's have the last merge node here. Let's put it here behind like this. And then let's just drop in our last element, which is the phone, where she's holding and having a social media drama, you could call it here. Let's go and put that on the second viewer so we can see her. Let's select the phone clip, hit the bezier mask as we have done previously, and let's make a mask on where she is going to be standing like this. And then what we're going to be doing is just soft edge this a touch, and yeah, that's the basic effect. It's that simple. But just because that was that simple and we have just used a couple minutes to do this, I want to be talking about if you want to make this more advanced, there are methods to make this more advanced. The one thing, this is so simple because the only thing you have to be thinking about when doing this is having the lighting constant, so the lighting is not changing, so then it's just doing the masking and making it seamless. So this just looks good, it's seamless, it works. But if you want to make it even more convincing and even better, like more selling, is to make these subjects interact with each other. So for example, if someone's pouring a glass of water, she's pouring the glass of water and giving it to her clone, the clone is drinking it, or they're throwing a ball to another. Those are more advanced, and if you do want to see a more advanced tutorial in doing this down the line, definitely hit the like button and recommend it down in the comment section, as I told you in the beginning. Or then when we're using green screens, if you want to have two elements overlapping each other, for example, having one out of focus behind one of the actors or one of the clones, so they are overlapping each other, then we can use the green screen as an assist. And if you have an interest in learning how to do this in production and post-production, definitely give me a like and definitely recommend it so I know you want to see it. Definitely head over to Twitter to check those out. The one last thing we can actually do is to make a color corrector, making this more a log convert. So when we are working in our video editing software later on, it can be really good to have the full color spectrum to work with and not with this contrasty raw image. So I will have a merge node, which will be my final output node. I select my last merge node, or second to last, and find the CC or color corrector. Let's have these both on the first viewer or the second viewer, and the merge node on the first one. Let's go to the color corrector, and then let's just like jog down the contrast and lift up at the shadows or the lift, and just give it some more highlights, just so we have a little bit more less contrasty. We can also drop the saturation just a touch. So when we are working with the color correcting and color grading, we can make clips match each other a little bit better. So this is a really good tip when you're working with visual effects. Don't color grade it inside After Effects or Fusion 9. Make it a log or really flat, so you can then manipulate that in your video editing software when you are in the color grading stage. Good to know. Alright, that was pretty much the effect. If you did like it, don't forget to like and comment on this video. Definitely consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. It's really cool. We have a lot of projects coming up. Hope you guys dig this one. My name is VK. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.